If I set a key there, whilst won't you let me set a key there? Oh, you will let me set a key there. Well then, stop being that way and let me set a key. Weird. Okay. I'm going to bring back her polygons so we can see what we're doing. Does anybody not understand kind of the controls of this model that would like to use it? Dancing at the bar. Okay, so when this is I've got the model now working. You guys saw that I did this. I did show polygons, got rid of those, got rid of the anything that looks like a diamond except for these two here in the hips. And I could actually get rid of those. Then created a selection set. So I selected everything here. Went like that, right? You can go edit. Sorry, select all. And then you go in here and go create sets, quick selection set. Name this Dana animation set or something. And then you can put it up there. Sorry, I didn't do that. So create sets. It won't let you edit them. Well, quick selection set. Dana set 2. Add to shelf. And it'll put it up here on the shelf. It'll put it up on the shelf. There it is. Okay, so now I can select that. And it allows me to, with that selected, I can set keys on all this stuff. Or I can just select an individual piece here and set a key on that. Back to showing polygons. I apparently did not include this in my set, so you have to be careful of that. So whatever this mover object is, these blue arrows which move her hips around, I didn't include that in my set. So when you go, you just have to make sure anything you'd like to key is included in your set. And then if you don't have it included in your set, then you should go up here and edit these or delete them. Probably delete them and just create a new one. Get rid of polygons again. Sorry, this is so weird. Select all. So little arrows are selected there. All right. Set key. And then while you have it all selected, make sure you have select all on so it's all selected. One more time. Create sets, quick selection set, call it Dana, select, add to shelf. There it is. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so when you're ready to render this thingy, let's show all. We have a dome here. I need to unhide mine. There's my dome. And then I need to unhide the rest of the newsroom. There's that. And then did I put a camera in here? Yeah. So if I go to the camera and we go panels, look through selected, then you're looking through that camera. And I'm going to adjust mine a little bit. Okay, so that's my animation. It kind of zooms in on her. I'm going to do a test render to see what it looks like. That's what my render looks like. Pretty good. Okay, so now we're ready to set all the rendering stuff. So there's two ways to render in Maya. One is, and I'll open this up. One is to, and I'll go to the rendering mode so we can see it. Rendering tab here. So if you hit render here, you can use the these are the render settings, so we're going to set those in a sec. But you can render using, we want to render using Arnold. So let's, and again, it'll give you a slightly better render if you have all this done. It'll look nicer if you use AI materials and stuff. I don't have any of that on her in this scene, but we did that. We went through that before. And so you change that here. You can change that here in rendering. You can render using here. This stuff here is the same stuff in here. So let's just open the render settings and I'll talk about it in here. I'm going to leave it on my hardware for a little bit because it's a little bit faster. You want to render this particular one as a PNG sequence. So you want to make sure that PNG is selected. The other options you would have are well, it used to have AVI, but it doesn't work anymore. You can use TIFF or Targa. Both of those have the same sort of alpha channels. Some of these don't have alpha channels in them, but PNG does. So meaning if you have alpha in your scene, like her hair is alpha or something, it won't show up. So you have to make sure you render in a format that has an alpha channel. So TIFF, PNG, or Targa only. And then we would like to call this prefix is Dana. And we would like to use the newsroom camera, right? That's the renderable camera. Is this one we're looking through here? Alpha channel, yes. This is just as a preset. You probably want to render this out at full 1280, full 1024, or 2K square when you go to do it. It'll depending on how much time you have. Okay, so now if we go to the Maya hardware stuff, yeah. Oh, we're actually using the other thing, aren't we? So, welcome. So now we need to change this here. See, this right now it's name dot extension single frame, and we want to render a sequence, not a single frame. So we want it to be name and number. We don't really need the extension after it. I guess we could do name, number, and then extension. So it'll be Dana 001 extension .png. So we can do that, and then that opens up this here. So then if the start frame is 1 and the end frame is 10, then our end frame here is 20. And you can renumber frames if you have to redo them, or if you're starting like, oh, I really need to render frame 40 through 60 or something, you can change that here. You can do it on 2s or 1s. We want to do it on 1s. All that's okay. Great. So then, oh, sorry. The other piece that we're missing here is we need to do look at where the path is. And right now it's going to show on desktop 2K cloud chamber, and we don't really want it going there. So we have to go into edit, change project directory, and here this is where you tell it where the images are going. So for me, I'm going to set mine into your guys' directory, and then into the Dana rig, and I'm going to create a new file in here called Dana renders. Open that up, and then you can see that it's now navigating to that. I would like to select that directory. All this other stuff you don't need to worry about. I can close this, and now if I hit this button, it'll just start rendering it. Did it just render only a single frame for some reason? Alright, let's go back. We have that on, yeah. Name, number, and extension, yeah. Yes. Alright, let's go see. Maybe it's rendered them all really quickly. So if I come over here, desktop, Dana rig, Dana renders, temp, it only rendered that one. Oh, I know. Render. Because this only renders one frame, not the sequence. So the best, let's see, we need to render the sequence here. So if you come in here and you click that open, we hit render sequence. Sorry about that. Great. Yeah. And then you can see here, close that up, in my thing, here's the 20 frame sequence that I created. So now I'm going to use Adobe Premiere, but you can use After Effects or any number of other software, pieces of software. I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to make it the same size as it is, or I can select the media to create the new project. So if I click it's not letting me choose. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here and going to import the things into the bin. So I go desktop, USV, Dana Rig Lip Sync, go to my render files, temp, here's all my things. And see down here where it says image sequence, I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to click this, and it's going to bring in all that entire sequence. I open that up and see how it brings it in as a single thing rather than 20 things that you have to individually go. And now I just need to drop that onto my timeline. And these are all the 20 images all strung together. No, that is one image all strung together. Oh, I just grabbed the thing. Instead of the thing, I grabbed the other thing. Why didn't it import the sequence? Alright, hold on. Let's get rid of this, because it's really important that you import the sequence and not the single images. Well, I mean, you can import the single images, but it's a pain in the neck. Okay, import sequence. I would like to import all of these, please. Oh, you got to select them all. Oh, you suck. Alright, I'll just drop them in. Nope, that didn't work. It's all messed up. Let's try it again. File, import. It's not like I don't do this every day. And they're all named right. Dana. Sometimes Maya gets really cranky about what they're called. I'm wondering if I picked the wrong one, because it doesn't seem to be putting, if I select them like this, right? Select. Maybe if I go up one. Select that folder and import sequence. No, you're only supposed to select one. Import image sequence. Open. And it brought in one picture again. That is not a sequence. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, so let's go back here and we'll render it again. It'd be good to figure this out before you guys did it, huh? Delete those, go back to this. So I'm guessing that that problem is this, name number dot extension. It needs to be something else like name underscore number and extension. Try that one. Render sequence. Go back to Premiere. Make sure that's deleted. Import this new sequence, and now you can see the name and then the number. And it's still bringing in one. Yay, thank you for that. Making me look like an idiot. Oh wait, it did it. That put the sequence together, but it called it one. God dang it. Yay! It was doing it the whole time, and the segment's so short I didn't realize. So there you go. And then you would, of course, just export this as some sort of an MOV or something. So we can even do that. I go File, Export Media. MP4 is fine. Choose where it's supposed to be. You have to really keep a close tab when you're switching around like this of where you're putting crap, or else it'll get lost. And then you'll have to go back and have to try and begin rendering it again to see where it actually all went. And then I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to rename this. It's not Dana 1, but Dana Final. Final. It's Italian for final. Final. Then you hit export. And it says your thing was exported. Sometimes whatchamacallit will pop up the Adobe export tool. Then I go in here, and so what we have here is we have our directory with all the PNG sequences in it, and then we can save this actually in that file. This is our project file for Adobe Premiere. Yep. It's escape, enter. Mm-hmm.
Next question, how do I make the model less shiny?
So it's using, you have to put a material on it, a different material. It doesn't have a material associated with it that's an AI standard material, which Arnold likes. So it's defaulting to some sort of crappy, shiny material. So I can go through that here in a second. So save this file in there. We're all done with that. We can close that up. And then here's our, essentially what I'd like you to have ready for me to look at is an MP4 of your thing, and you can just play it. And there's our 20 frames. And this is super low resolution. So that's why it's kind of cranky, but you get the idea, right? All right, that is rendering. Let me